Betty Sue. Did Hank just invite his boss for dinner at the last minute? Golly, that's a pickle. Well, how about making a nice apple pie? It's as easy as, well, pie. Let's start with the crust. A good pie crust should be like your great Aunt Myrtle, rich and flaky. To get the perfect balance of both, you should use a mixture of butter and shortening. Then, use a pastry cutter to cut them in until the mixture is crumbly, almost like dry oatmeal. Add the remaining ingredients and just enough water to get the dough to come together. Wrap up your finished dough tightly with plastic wrap. It may look a little crumbly, but don't you worry. A half hour in the refrigerator will firm it right up. So off to the icebox we go. Meanwhile, you can get started on the filling by peeling and slicing your apples. Yes, that's right. No peels or pits in a good apple pie. An apple a day may keep the doctor away, but it's not exactly going to convince your husband to rush home for dinner either. So make sure to flavor that filling with plenty of sugar and spice. And don't forget your something nice. Homemade vanilla extract. You can make this by putting 2 vanilla beans in a jar with some of Hank's best bourbon and letting it steep for 3 months. Don't worry, Hank won't miss that bourbon. Now you can relax until the dough is ready to be rolled out. Okay, time to get back to business. Preheat the oven to 425 Fahrenheit. Now it's time to make the crust. Start off by rolling out the first piece of dough with your trusty rolling pin until it's nice and thin. 2 things Aunt Myrtle most definitely isn't. Dust with flour if it gets too sticky. Use it to line a 9-inch pie plate. Fill it up with your prepared apple filling and don't be stingy. Now you can roll out your second piece of dough. Make sure to cut out some vents using a patriotic shape like a star. Wouldn't want Hank's boss to mistake him for a commie. Lay the top crust onto your filled pie and then use a sharp knife to trim those unsightly ragged edges. Crimp everything shut. Make sure the seal is nice and tight so your pie doesn't fall out. And then brush on a little egg wash and some extra stars for decoration. Can't hurt to be extra patriotic. Gee whiz, Betty Sue, that's already looking good enough to eat. Into the oven it goes to bake for 45 minutes. This should give you some time for productive activities, like cleaning the bathroom or vacuuming the rug. Just look at that perfect pie. Hank's boss is sure to be pleased. Well done, Betty Sue.